Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Deluxe Insecticon, who is also a Deluxe class, Venin, which is to avoid copyright with Venom from Marvel, but he is essentially supposed to be Venom, which was his original name. But we will take a quick look here at the box. And here we have some artwork of Venin. There he is in his robotic cicada mode. And there he is in robot mode, ready for battle. Got our Prime statues. We got a close-up on his headshot there. And we just got his name, legal jargon. And then we have some product shots here in the back. And yeah, he definitely stands out to me a bit more than the other Deluxe Insecticons. Probably because he is an entirely new mold, where the other three were just retools. I don't have, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The one that's a remold of Kickback from that 4-pack. That's the only one I don't currently have. But that's it for the box. And he does come with a lovely instruction booklet. So there is that. But we'll take a quick look here at the figure. It does have a nice bit of painted detail. Does have these spots all over his shins. Do get some little red and silver markings there on his kneecaps. And we do have these big markings here up on his chest. The cicada eyes that are, sticking out like earmuffs here are made of a transparent red, as well as his wings. His wings do kind of just, sit here at the side. It's a little bit of a bummer. As many people have mentioned before, it probably would have been best if these plugged in like a 5mm port, but they are actually hooked into the body, so unfortunately, no moving those around, but it is what it is. He does come with a couple accessories. He does come with a blaster here, and it is, in fact, blast compatible, so you can get some great Daka Daka action going. And we'll set that down for a second here. And he does also come with this axe head. Oop, as I accidentally knock it out of his hand, or knock his entire hand off, rather. Yeah, they're just on friction pegs, and it does like to pop off, unfortunately. But yeah, so you can have that, and you can kind of like fold his hand away if you want to make it look like it's, a built-in arm weapon. So there is that. But you also can take this out of his hand, and it is a 5mm port peg, and there is a port on the back of the gun if I get it in the shot. So you can combine the two weapons if you want to give him just a big axe, and the barrel is the right size to fit into his hand. So if you want him to go around committing axe murders, you can do that. How neat. But yeah, overall, I do like that there is a little play pattern with his weapons. I think that's pretty neat. Move this camera down a little bit now. But overall, a pretty neat figure. We'll bring in his other deluxe companions from the 2-pack that came out a little while back. So there are our deluxe Insecticons. Again, I don't have the yellow one from the 4-pack, but there has been talk. I think Evan said something about that possibly getting an individually, so who knows. But overall, really cool figure overall. I do like it. And it really does feel very, very unique. So that is definitely something I could say about it. Do have these weird little flaps back here that are like apparently supposed to cover the gap back here. Sure doing a lot there. The legs here are on ball joints, so you can, display them how you wish. There's plenty of movement in them, but we'll get more into that in the bug mode. As far as robot articulation, we're just going to go ahead and take this weapon away. Not really any movement at the wrist. There is this downward movement, but that really is more for the transformation. His shoulders do kind of move in and out a little bit, but again, that's more of a transformation bit. Arm can come this far up. He does have that movement there. Does have, again, avoiding collision, does a 360 at the shoulder. Do have a bicep swivel. Do get a 90-degree bend at the elbow. Move this back in. Head is on a hinge. Do get 360 rotation. Yeah, it's the rotation is like in the lower part, but does actually get quite a bit of up and down, though that is again for the transformation. We do get a forward kick about that far. We do get a back kick all the way. We do get out to the side there. I believe we have a waist. Yes, we do have a proper waist. We do have a thigh swivel. We do have up and down at this little toe piece, and we do have quite a bit of ankle. So plenty of movement there. Do get over 90 degrees at the knee, but that's because they do fold up for transformation, but definitely perfectly fine with that. And you do get kind of not really any movement at the kneecap. It just bends for the transformation. But other than that, I think that's it for articulation. Talked about the wind, about the weapons. So yeah, I think we're ready to go into transformation. So to start, we are going to fold in these hands. Fold in the hand. Then we are going to just sort of bring these wings down and forward. And you can, I forgot to mention the wings. These are on just a full 360, and these up and down. If you want to like put these in front, like sort of like a skirt armor or something, you can do that. Or you can have them tucked up, which I believe that's the orientation the instruction says to use. Anyway, so we do want to see, we want to fold this headpiece down and bring this up on this hinge. And we are going to bring this whole section, and you can see this whole section here will collapse inward, like so, and like so. And we want to sort of fold this up, like so, fold this up like so. And then for this, I think we're actually supposed to so I'm going to stop messing with that until I'm 100%. Right. Yeah, so there's actually a double joint in the elbow. Sort of, there you can see it. You do want to collapse the elbow up like so. It's going to come up like that. So you're going to fold it up and bring the hinges inward, sort of into the hollowness of the forearm. It's a bit stiff. There we go. Like so. And then bring his arms to the side. Then for his legs, we are going to bring these back. And we are going to fold in these little toesy pieces. And we're going to bring these around. And you do want to bring these all the way around. Yeah. We're going to fold these forward. And yeah, again, I think these little pieces here are actually supposed to, like, no, I can feel it stopping there. They're weird. Anyway, we want to bring this around, and we do actually want to make sure that this square bit here slides in, like where this toe hinge is. So we'll just do that. Bring everything together in the middle. You can see how it's sort of locked in there. And we're going to do the same on this side. Just bring this all together. Slide that into that. little slot there. And we are going to start moving these legs up and out to the side just so they're not in the way. And then something here is not working the way it's supposed to. Alright, make sure that's out straight so that it'll collapse properly. And oh, now it's not in the slot. There we go. And then we can just bring this all together here. Tab this all together. Tab it together up here as well. There we go. There we got that all together. And there are these little tabs here on the wings. There we go. And those are going to go into these little slots next to these ports. So it's just sort of like a soft tabbing point. And then we'll just display these out. And yeah, these are just on complete ball joints, so you get plenty of posability with those, which is really nice. And that's also what lets you just sort of fold them up on his back. And now we are going to you want to make sure that the little proboscis antenna thing is all the way forward towards the front of his robot face here. And then we're going to bring his head down, and you can see those shoulder pieces there, 2 tabs and 2 slots in the back of his head. And we are just going to pop those. There we go, like so. And now we have him in his cicada mode. And doesn't he look buggy? So yeah, definitely an interesting transformation. And again, this mold is really is unique is the best word I can use to describe it. It really doesn't feel like they've borrowed anything here, and it really just stands out as something completely weird and unique. Like, unique is really the word that comes to mind whenever I think about this guy. But I mean that in a good way. I really do. As far as weapon storage, again, there are 5mm ports. There are ones here on the sides that were his arms. Or if you want, you can put them here on his bug butt. But I'm going to put them here on his arms personally. And then this one, like so. And so there you have your weapon storage in his alt mode. So there is that. And we will do just a random comparison. Here he is next to Soundwave. So get an idea of how he scales as far as alt modes go. But yeah, I definitely do like this figure. He was one of the figures that I wasn't really sure if I was going to care about him or not. And, you know, if I had missed out on this, I don't think I would have been terribly torn up about it. But overall, I do think he is worth picking up. And again, like, really, unique is the word here. He really does stand out for a lot of quirky, different design elements. I do like the way that, like, his legs fold up. It's very interesting that they made his entire shoulders collapse inward like that. The combining weapons is really cool. The wings, while they could be a little less intrusive, are definitely a very nice, a very nice visual element. But yeah, overall, just a very unique figure. And I do like him. I think I would give this guy, I think an 8 feels fair. Maybe a 7.5. Again, the wings are kind of like in the way as they are. And those weird little tabs on the back of his legs, like, they really could have just left those out. That just feels like wasted plastic, honestly. They don't really accomplish anything other than kind of getting in the way when you're trying to compact his legs. But other than that, I really do dig him. So yeah, that is my look at the Deluxe Insecticon Venin, aka Venom. And yeah, overall, I think if you're interested in this one, he's at least worth picking up. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to say for this particular review. So I think I'll go ahead and wrap things up, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.